Hello dear friends, and welcome to my channel. My name is Paulina, and here on my channel I talk about fragrances. In today's video I'm going to continue my talk about powdery scents, powdery fragrances. And in today's video I'm going to be talking about 7 perfumes that in my opinion are the most classy powdery fragrances. So let's go ahead and get started, and I'm going to start with a fragrance, the flanker of Kenzo Flower, and it's called Flower Tag. I only have this miniature bottle. I wanted to test it, I wanted to try it. I think this is a fragrance that it's not very often not very often to find in the shops, and I think maybe it's already discontinued. I was amazed by the longevity of this fragrance. It has an incredibly nice dry down on your skin. You're going to be noticing this fragrance. It is ultra feminine, ultra powdery, but it doesn't give the feeling of a dry powder. It goes in a cosmetic, very feminine direction. It is sweet, but not overwhelming sweet. It is very well balanced fragrance. Of course, it is very flowery. It is flowery sweetness here. It gives the feeling of being well groomed, of being taken care for, and well, like a very beautiful and very well groomed lady. If you prefer sweet fragrances, try this one on. It goes in this sweet cosmetic direction. I love it. It is a very beautiful one, and considering its amazing longevity, it is a top choice. But all these fragrances, all these 7 fragrances that I'm going to talk about, can be replaced by one. If you're not crazy perfume lover like I am, and if you don't want to have many fragrances, which are, if I'm honest, quite similar. Of course they have their nuances, and of course they are different, and of course they give a different atmosphere, but they go in a similar direction. They are powdery, feminine, and cozy. So you can pick any of these fragrances and have only one in your collection, and you can be quite happy. So, and because these 7 fragrances are the most classy powdery scents, you can pick any of them. So, but because I'm such a crazy perfume lover, I like discovering the nuances, and that's why I have, and I love powdery direction, that's why I have so many. But you don't have to. The next fragrance that I would like to talk about is a relatively new one, Trussardi Pure Jasmine. It's the flanker of the Trussardi Eau de Parfum. Powdery, ultra feminine, ultra cozy, comforting. Also it goes in a sweeter direction with some woody touch, some nutty touch, because pistachio is listed here. I wouldn't say that it is a fragrance that is dedicated to a classy jasmine. Jasmine is more of a fantasy one. It's just a jasmine fantasy here, although it is quite a sensual fragrance, sexy sensual fragrance. So jasmine can give this sexy touch to fragrances, and in this scent it is pure jasmine, so sensual, feminine. The longevity is also nice. For my taste, it is more of the evening wear fragrance, whereas Kenzo Flower Tag can be also worn during the daytime. I would wear it during the day without any problems. So the next fragrance that I would like to talk about is White Petals by Keiko, Mecheri, American niche brand. I have to say that I sold this one, although it is a beautiful one, it is a special one, it is a rare fragrance. It is already a discontinued one, so that's why very rare. It can be a little bit over the top, so for my nose it was overwhelmingly sweet. It goes in a sweet direction, sweet with a little old school touch. So something about it reminds me of some like a paper store, or some library, some bookshop, something like that, including paper, so and a little bit dusty in simultaneously sweet, and something of the retro touches also here. Although the longevity is quite nice for Keiko Mecheri, it was a little bit over the top, and because I have so many fragrances that go in this powdery direction, I decided to get rid of this, and I hope the next owner of this fragrance is going to appreciate it, because it is a beautiful one. So if you have the chance to try it, please do so, but I wouldn't recommend this for a blind buy. You may be disappointed by this old school touch in, you know, a little like a bookstore touch, something like that. The next fragrance is the most classy powdery directions. It is Narciso by Narciso Rodriguez. This is the flagman of the Narciso line. Oh, and I think this is one of the most classy powdery fragrances. Dry powder, ultra feminine, with a woody touch. Longevity is amazing, well balanced. Sillage is amazing. You're going to be noticed in this one. You're going to be complimented. For my taste, more of the evening wear fragrance, but I would wear it at the office as well. So if you want to choose a perfect powdery fragrance that can replace all of them, I would choose Narciso, if I'm honest, because of the longevity, because of the well-balanced ingredients, because of the amazing sillage, because of the feminine touch, but it's not over the top, it's not overwhelming, it's not sweet. It is just a perfect powdery, cozy, warming scent. Next fragrance is called Ombre Rose by the French niche brand Jean-Charles Brosseau. I think this fragrance is being on the market for quite a while, and this is a traditional brand, traditional French brand, and this is the powdery powder, very typical powder with a slight rose touch, and this rose touch can go in this typical retro direction. Something of the old school direction is here, but it's not over the top, because this rose in the dry down becomes more of the cosmetic rose. It doesn't bother me too much, like White Petals by Keiko Mecheri, and it's not sweet. It has this rosy touch, but it's not over the top, it's not overwhelmingly. Powdery powder. It gives this dry feeling, like a cashmere sweater. I think this one is also for the day wear, maybe for the evening as well, but for the colder days, for the colder weather, autumn and winter. So this fragrance's time is coming soon. The longevity is quite nice. I think this is also a feminine fragrance, so please have a look at this if you have the chance. The next fragrance is called Osez-Moi by the French designer brand Chantal Thomas. Chantal Thomas creates very sexy underwear, and this fragrance can be worn together with the sexy underwear because it is ultra sensual, ultra sexy. It has a raspberry touch. It's not overwhelmingly chemical like some raspberries in the perfumery can be. It's not over the top. It gives a very sensual touch to this fragrance. Sensual, warming, cozy, sexy. I'm also quite happy with the longevity of this fragrance. I wouldn't say that this fragrance gives especially dry feeling, like a dry powder. Maybe it has also some connections to the lipsticky fragrances because of the raspberry touch. Maybe I'll talk about this once again in the lipsticky fragrances. And this is also a very affordable one. So, and the last fragrance that I'm going to talk about today, it is quite new fragrance in my collection, although I bought it quite some time ago, but I didn't have time to unpack it, and I did the unboxing in my Russian video, so this is quite new to me. Carner Barcelona Besos. In Spanish it means kisses. And Carner Barcelona, check out the beautiful box. And it says here, a warm and alluring fragrance, and I completely agree with this. This is a fragrance dedicated to iris. Iris often gives this powdery touch with some woody undertone and some tonka beans. It is a very special fragrance. I think it can be also worn during the spring and summer. It's not suffocating, it's not over the top, because some powdery scents are too much for my nose in the summer heat. But this can work also in summer because it's not like powder into your nose. It is quite subtle and delicate. It is dedicated to iris, very feminine touch, flowery, not sweet, not overwhelmingly. I think it's a very office friendly fragrance. I'm going to wear it at the office as well. Day wear, well, actually also for the evening, and I think you're going to be noticed in this one. And I'm very, very happy with the longevity of fragrances from the house of Carner Barcelona. I tested them many times, and you can detect them on your skin for many, many hours. So I think this is a very high quality fragrance. So these were the 7 fragrances, the most classy powdery scents. If you're interested in some other powdery fragrances, please check out the previous 2 videos of mine, and please share with me your opinion about the fragrances. I always like reading your comments. Well, I thank you for your attention, and I see you soon in the next video. Bye bye!